fans, here we are on another edition of the Chris Monfiletto Show. I am Ryan Gasser, and to my left, Chris Monfiletto, the head coach of the Lords football team. Coach, another big win, this time on the road, 21-14 over Oberlin College, and the defense prevailed once again. The game being decided on a sack and forced fumble by Colin Sullivan, scooped up and taken to the house by Ryan Rosen. It just seems that when they are called upon, the defense continually pulls up something big. How have they gotten to that point?
Well, there's a lot of leaders on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, our scheme is not the easiest to pick up. I mean, it's pretty complicated, and those guys watch extra film. They put the time in to really understanding what we're trying to do and why is the biggest part of it. So, they did come up big again. We have a lot of seniors on the defensive side of the ball, and that's what we expect.
And on the offensive side of the ball, it kind of proved the point this week that perhaps when one thing isn't working or isn't working as well as you planned, or maybe there's an external factor like weather involved, there's always another aspect of the game that steps up big. What have you done to ensure that kind of balance?
Well, our offense is kind of predicated on balance. We want to run the ball as many times as we pass the ball. That's what the goal is going into every game. And when you get into a situation where you can call 11 straight run plays to end the game, you're in a pretty good position. And that's the position that our defense had put us in this week, which was nice.
And now, after the big win, you sit 3-2 overall, 3-1 in conference play. Most teams would take that in a heartbeat. How do you feel about that and where you sit?
I don't know. The record to me doesn't really matter. I don't think it really matters to our kids either. I mean, we're focused on going 1-0 every week, and that's really what we're focused on. So it's nice that we have more wins than losses right now, I guess. But that's not really something that's on anybody's mind.
If you were going to look back at week 1, and now we sit here in week 6, what would you give your team as a letter grade?
Overall?
Overall, yeah. We can break it down position by position, but overall first.
Is there a curve? I mean, the defense gets a solid B+, I think. B+. The offense is around a B-, and special teams, we're at like a C- right now. We need to be a lot better on special teams. We're getting in a position where we have to drive huge lengths of the field because of our special teams right now. So not real thrilled with them, but the defense kind of setting the curve right now, and I guess the special teams is benefiting from that.
Well, as we all know here at Kenyon, that everybody always strives for the perfect 4.0, and we hope to see that at the end of the season. With our off-topic
tutor.
Well, that's what you guys are here for, right? We now kind of not so smoothly transition into our off-topic topic, but the seasons are changing. It's October, and many people are already planning for Halloween. So I got to ask you, what is the best Halloween costume that you've either worn over the course of your life, or maybe one that was most entertaining that you've seen somebody else wear?
That's a great question. I'm not a big dress-up guy, believe it or not. But I like the costumes that make fun of other things. Like I always get a chuckle out of the frat guy costume, and I'm usually the Rock for Halloween. That's a pretty simple lay it to smack it down T-shirt, and you're good to go. So I don't know. That's a good question.
We're gonna have to get you out there trick or treating and get your creative juices flowing there.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe.
I've now gone 0 for 2, Lords and Ladies fans, and trying to get Coach Monfiletto to do something fun with us this season. We will find something, I swear. But now we're going to do something a little bit more fun and talk about next week's game. Mm-hmm. And Hiram College is on the horizon. They seem to be more of a balanced team as far as pass versus run on the offensive side of the ball. Yet they still stand 2-3 overall, 1-3 in conference play. When you look at the film, what do you feel is their bread and butter?
I don't know if you could point to one specific thing, but they have a lot of speed. I mean, they have speed at the wide receiver position. They have a senior quarterback who's a two-sport athlete who's a really, really good player at quarterback. And their two corners are really solid. Their linebackers are fast and they hit well, and then they have a senior free safety who's one of the best free safeties in the conference. So they, all around, they have a lot of speed. And
so when you look at and you see how that they've progressed as a team, what do you feel are going to be some of the challenges that they possess on either side of the ball?
But they play with a lot of passion. I mean, they force some turnovers against a really good Wittenberg team, and you can see that those guys, they believe that they could win that game against a really good football team. So, the way that they play with passion, they seem to get better throughout the 4 quarters of the football game, and they're a well-coached team.
Now, the last 5 games of the season are pretty much coming up quickly, and 3 of those are at home. Do you feel that playing the last 3 of 5 here at McBride Field gives your team a slight advantage going into the backstretch of the season?
Yeah, it could be. If people come and they enjoy it, absolutely. I hope that they do, and I hope that they take some pride in the football team, and they can help us win the games. They certainly helped us keep it close in the Ohio Wesleyan game, and we look forward to more of that. I hope that they have fun at the games, and I really hope that people come.
Well, we know that it is hard to ask for a 12th man to come on fall break, but we implore all of you out there in Gambier, whether you're staff, whether you're faculty, or you're a student, please come on out to McBride Field. The game begins at 12 o'clock this Saturday, and coverage, if you are going to be going home for the break, will begin at 11:50 p.m. through the Kenyon Sports Connection. That, of course, at athletics.kenyon.edu. Again, Hiram College this Saturday, 12 p.m. Coach, we wish you the best of luck, and we hope that you bring home win number 4 for us. On the Chris Monfiletto Show, for Chris Monfiletto, I'm Ryan Gasser. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Ryan.